Welcome to Pro Wrestling Weekly, everybody, where every week, or at least we try every week, to cover anything wrestling. I'm your host, Steve Reaper. Follow me on Twitter, which is on the screen right now. Let's get into the 6th episode of Pro Wrestling Weekly. I'm here once again with WWE Town Nation.
Hello, everyone.
Who is the new co-host, as you guys know, who made his debut last week. He has been so helpful within the past week, and I can't thank him enough for that. And by the way, I apologize for any background noise. So he's done such a good job that he actually went out and got an independent wrestler as our first special guest here on Pro Wrestling Weekly. So here today we have Lou. So why don't you say hello?
How we doing?
Doing good. So you can follow Lou. His Twitter is on the screen right now, and it'll also be in the link down below. So he's our first guest, the first guest ever in the history of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Again, I'll apologize for any background noise. I'll try to edit that out as best as I can. So we're gonna get right into this, I guess, interview, if you will. And I apologize for any background. Okay, so sorry about that quick edit, guys. There's been a lot going on at the time of recording this. So we have Lou here, and we're going to get some. We're just gonna get into this interview. So I guess I'll make the first move. When was it that you realized you wanted to become a wrestler?
I think I've always wanted to be a wrestler. I can't remember a time where I didn't want to do it.
Okay.
Like, I've been a wrestling fan since a young age, and I've always said I want to grow up and be a wrestler. So the first opportunity I got to go and train, I went and done it.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
And
I thought that from the age of 5 as well.
Yeah, I was the same.
And now it's kind of reality almost.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I guess it kind of follows up with the other question. You started wrestling when you were 5? Or is that when you first got into wanting to actually wrestle?
That's when I became a wrestling fan then, but I started training when I was about 12.
Okay. So, go ahead.
Just training.
Alright. So, I will ask, even though this isn't really a set question, who it either was or still is your favorite wrestler?
Without a doubt, Rockstar Spud.
Okay.
I've got to agree, everything from his adrenaline to charisma to how he performs is amazing.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I've been on one of his seminar camps as well.
Yeah.
And he is the best trainer I have had for a day.
Nice.
He just teaches everything that he knows like that, and it's crazy.
I've also wanted to travel down to do one of his camps, but it's just been with shows and stuff while his camps are on, so but hopefully I'll be able to get down to one.
Hopefully you can, because it's just amazing.
Yeah.
And we can kind of guess how Rockstar Spud came up with his name, but the next question is, how did you come up with your name?
I'd been training for a while, and Ross Watson, who was Kid Fight, he's my trainer. He basically said to me, "You've got a week to think of a name." And I can't exactly remember if I was on the toilet or in the shower, but it just kind of came to me. I've got a mate whose name is Harry Sharp. His middle name is Luke. So originally I was thinking Luke Sharp, but I wanted to kind of expand on it, so Luke King Sharp kind of came about.
Pretty
Cool name,
interesting.
anyhow.
Thank you.
So, started at the age of 12. Is there anybody that like anybody in particular that inspired you to start wrestling, or was it something that you may have seen while watching wrestling, or what really led to the inspiration there?
I think just wrestling altogether, just everything about it.
All
Made me
right.
think I want to do that. I can't really describe it. It's just kind of, some people watch football and it'll just kind of take them away and they'll think this is what I want to do in my life. I want to be a professional footballer. Or
Right.
they kind of get inspired by it. I was that way with wrestling. I saw it and just couldn't imagine myself doing anything else.
It's pretty cool.
Interesting. And we all know that you've had like a very successful career in the UK with many promotions, but what to you is your personal biggest thing that you've done in your career?
I couldn't say one thing individually is the biggest thing I've done. Like there's a couple of things like being a part of the PWW King Cruisers was a big deal to me because I would go to the PWW shows when I was younger and it was, that match always blew my mind. So being a part of that was a really, personally it was a really big thing for me. Of course, winning the PWE tag titles, that was, it kind of, it showed myself that I can make a run of this. People are willing to take risks with me and put me in a position where I'm going to be representing their company.
Definitely. Like when people I've had it myself where like people have underestimated you, and then when you know that you finally like got like made it, you can tell like all your emotions come out. You think to all the haters that you've proven them wrong, and it's just such a good feeling. Like
It was being given the tag titles, it was like, I'm not just I'm not just a small guy. I'm not more than that. I can be more than that. Like I'm not just a gimmick because of my size. I can still go out and I can still put on a show. A few other things like having the chance to wrestle the Young Bucks and Devon Dudley was, those two matches was a really big a big part of my career.
It's pretty interesting, actually. I think that's really cool. Getting to wrestle Devon.
Devon, obviously, I watched him growing up, and it was, I kind of did, when I was told I was gonna be in the match with him, it was like, I kind of didn't believe it at first.
Right.
Then it's even weirder now seeing him on, like, this guy's coming out on Raw, whereas 2 months ago he was in Aberdeen wrestling me.
Well, that's pretty cool. So, I think at some point this crosses everybody's mind, whether you're a fan or if you're a wrestler. What's the next big thing for you, like either personally or wrestling wise?
I think the next step for me is I want to win the King Cruisers.
Okay.
That's kind of my goal at the moment. I'd like to expand more across
Alright.
like in the mainland Europe or across America and stuff like that.
Okay.
A few different things. Like I'd like to become more prominent in ITW.
Alright.
It seems to be happening. I'm wrestling more often on the shows. I'm more prominent and on-demand shows, so it's working out well.
That. Oh, sorry.
great to hear because like with all the things that you've like accomplished so far, such as winning the tag titles, such as wrestling the Young Bucks and Devon, and the many other things that you've mentioned in this podcast expand even though you've done many things in your career.
You never stop expanding, I don't think. Like, you should always think you can do more. That's always the way I look at it. Like, when I do one thing, straight away I'll think, right, what's next? How can I go bigger than this?
Right.
It's the best way to go.
I'd been taught at a seminar by Paul London. It really kind of stuck with me. When you feel like you've learned everything in wrestling, that's when it's time to quit.
Right.
You should always be learning.
That's what I've like. Never learned too much in wrestling. There's always something you can improve on, something else you can learn, different moves, different techniques, everything.
With wrestling being such a broad subject, I mean, there's so many different styles and there's so many takes on what pro wrestling should be. You can't learn it all. There's always going to be something new, or there's going to be some new take on it, or some new idea of what it should look like, or what it should be that you can learn and you can improve upon.
Definitely.
Right. So, trying to think of any more questions off the top of my head. Hayden, do you have any questions off the top of your head? Or
Can't think.
okay, so let's get this question out of the way. If you were presented an opportunity to go to NXT, would you want to take that opportunity? Like, say you got that deal on the table right now, would you want to do it like right then and now, or would you want to stay where you're at, try to expand a little bit more, and then see where like you kind of fit in with NXT?
I don't think I would be anywhere near ready for that kind of level of show.
Alright.
I would never say no to it. It's like if it was presented to me, I don't think I could say no.
Okay.
But I would rather grow and learn from more people, be on more shows, travel the world more.
Right.
See different crowds and different styles, and then hopefully one day be able to go. But at this stage of my career, I'm definitely not ready.
Interesting. So you'd rather do sort of a Ring of Honor style type company instead of WWE right now, then?
I want to wrestle everywhere and anywhere, like in front of 20 people, in front of 20,000 people.
Definitely.
Because I've always felt like if you can go out and put on a show in front of 20 people and you can entertain those 20 people, then you can entertain 200 people.
Right.
Very good way of thinking.
Like in the smaller shows, it's a lot more secluded, and a lot of people would think it would be easier being in front of a smaller crowd, but it's definitely a lot harder because it's a lot more intimate. They can hear you more. They're paying attention more.
Yeah.
There's not another 180 people going mental. There's this small group of people all watching you. So if you're confident enough to go and entertain 20 people and do your thing and not care how intimate it might be, then get out in front of 200 people, it just feels a lot.
No, I understand. Completely understand that.
Same. What would you say, I don't know whether you know this or not, but what would you say is the biggest crowd reaction you've ever got? Is it from winning the titles? Is it one of your best entrances?
I think the best reaction I ever got was at the ICW Square Go. I'd entered as number 6 or 7. There was a guy named Black, he's kind of bigger guy, he'd been eliminating everyone. I ran him through the crowd, eliminated him from behind, and big reaction for the wee guy chucking at the big guy.
That's awesome. Much like Davey versus Goliath then.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, as we're kind of wrapping up here, and I know this is kind of a shorter episode, guys, and I apologize for that. Is there anything that you'd like to plug, like upcoming shows or anything of that sort?
You can check me out on Facebook, facebook.com/LukeKingSharp. Twitter is LukeKingSharp PWW. If you're listening to this and you're in the Glasgow area, on Friday I'll be at BCW in East Kilbride, and on Sunday I'll be at Insane Championship Wrestling in the Garage in Glasgow, which is an over-18 show. So on Friday you can see me take on Grado, on Sunday you can see me take on Massimo Italiano. The week after that, if you're in the Ayrshire area, you can see me at Pro Wrestling Elite, defending tag titles against Kid Fight and Liam Thompson. Be sure to check me out on social media for upcoming events that I'll be part of, merchandise and all that good stuff as well.
Alright. Well, we appreciate you, Lou, for coming on and being our first guest for Pro Wrestling Weekly.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, anytime you just want to come on and, maybe help us talk about some of the various topics going around in the wrestling community, we'd be glad to have you back on.
Anytime, just you got me on Twitter, just hit me up on that.
We sure will. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know there's a lot of background noise. I can't really do much about that, so I apologize for that. But I hope you guys did enjoy having Lou on as our first guest for Pro Wrestling Weekly. If you guys did, make sure to body slam that like button below. Subscribe to make sure that this video gets in your sub box. Don't forget to follow all of us on Twitter, which is on the screen right now and will be in the description. Don't forget to check out G Fuel. Don't forget to check out Lou on the various social media platforms. Don't forget to turn on notifications on the YouTube app if you're using that on mobile. And I will see you guys in my next podcast or video. I hope you guys are having a great day, and